St. Louis, Missouri is not only a beautiful city with the most gorgeous stadium in the world that houses, by the way, the 2011 World Series champions, the St. Louis Cardinals. But it's also rich in history when it comes to famous actors. St. Louis is the birthplace of many famous actors, such as Vincent Price, Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap, Sarah Clark, The Twilight, Sterling Brown from Righteous Kill, Leonard Roberts from Drumline, Robert Guillaume, Helen Martin, Kimora Lee, Linda Blair, Doris Roberts, Betty Thomas, and many more. St. Louis is the birthplace of many people who stood for making a difference, such as writer, poet, actress Maya Angelou, Moses Gunn, an Obie-winning and founder of the Negro Ensemble Company in 1960, Josephine Baker, who was an entertainer and civil rights activist. St. Louis is the birthplace of many famous musicians, such as Miles Davis and Chuck Berry. It is also the birthplace of many famous athletes, such as Lou Brock, Henry Armstrong, Ozzie Smith, Jackie Joyner Kersee, and Anthony Bonner. But today we're talking about the famous or nationally known comedians who were born in St. Louis. To name a few: Joe Besser from the Three Stooges, Joe Torre, Bill Cott from Saturday Night Live, Red Fox, Cedric the Entertainer, Fred Berry, John Goodman, Phyllis Diller, and there are many more. To start this segment, we have Rahn Ramey, the comedian, the lawyer, the musician, and father. Rahn Ramey in words and action. Just being me, with your host, Benita Arceneaux.
Fred Berry.
Yeah, Rerun, yeah, he's from East St. Louis. He went to LA and started dancing on Soul Train.
Yeah.
It was my dream. Really? Oh God, yeah. I went out there in '75 when my cousin later on found out I was gay. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but he could have told me that.
Yeah, before you went out there?
Yeah, but we went out to Soul Train and I was just Fred Berry, all of that, popping and locking, and later on became a career with What's Happening. Then became a gospel rapper.
Really?
Yeah. Jesus, yo-yo. All right. That works out for you.
Wow. I'm thinking, and then well, she's not a comedian, but Kimora Simmons. I don't know. If
Oh yeah, she's hilarious. Well,
really?
Beep.
I mean, how can you have all, just to be so full of yourself? And she grew up over there around Sumner High School, and her daddy, I think her daddy was Mr. Lee at the barbershop. And I think he cut hair. I think if that's the same guy. I think her daddy was Mr. Lee the barber. And, she's hilarious. But that whole reality thing is hilarious. I mean, that ain't reality. First of all, you can't have no camera in my bedroom anymore. Sorry. It's a place where like feet.
Beep.
It's crazy. I'm a writer. That stuff is scripted as the days long. And keeping up with the Kardashians. I mean, what they should have done was kept up that one Kardashian, the daddy, who had OJ's bag. He been on death row right now. That's what the Kardashians should have kept up with. And I like big booties like everybody else, but I ain't got time for that. I'm sorry.
Wendy said that you would have me cracking up.
Well, I'm not trying to. This is just
You're talking real.
It's just, I speak in that cadence. I think it's like after over 25 years of doing it for money. Because the first 5 years I just did it, and that's what's so different now. They got these little cats now who come up with these arbitrary names like Stove Top, like they like you better than potatoes, and monkey ass.
Beep.
What's your real name? Just be funny. That's one thing about St. Louis audiences. They didn't let you get away with jack. If you weren't funny, you had nothing coming.
Okay, 569, correct, sir?
It's 25 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, 25 years. It beats having a job. It beats having a job. I'm telling you. It's been rewarding. It's been irritating. It's been a bunch of things. You know, I've met some great people. And I've met some people I really can't stand. Yeah, because when I got sick, when I found out I had cancer, there's one particular person, I'm not going to mention his name, he said, I'm going to pray for you. I said, please don't pray for me, not you. Because, like, God found out I know you, some repercussions could come. So, I was with you that night, them two Chinese girls came in the room. I'm trying to back away from that. Sorry.
Now we gonna, so that sounds like a good plan to talk about all these comments that came out of St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, like Dick Gregory, I got my ass
Beep.
to me when I had one. Before colorectal surgery, they take gas. And she made a sound. I had to follow Dick Gregory. And they don't know anything about that. Boy, Dick Gregory went on stage and just killed.
Yeah.
And slayed. And I thought I was, as they used to say in Mississippi, the hog with the big nuts. And the hog with the big nuts around the yard. So, well, I didn't have no nuts that day. I was Eminem's brother playing with no nuts. And I went behind somebody who was far superior to me and what they were doing. And that was Dick Gregory. And I learned a lot from him. And Sinbad used to be here. And God, everybody named Mama used to come over here. Bernie, God rest his soul. Steve, when he was bald the first time. And
When he's bald the first time.
that was anyway. Never mind. A little too real. Just Keenan and all these people came through here. Damon, all these cats came through here back in the day because of two guys, Zach and Matt, who was pretty much the stalwart of comedy. A lot of people hated me. They thought it was funny, but they thought I had a jacked up attitude. He's so arrogant. My arrogance had nothing to do with what I did. I've been arrogant since I was 6 years old, and that's my parents. Don't always be bigger than the room and be better than what people think you are. Yeah, don't give a chance to say nothing. You say it first. I'm never conceited. I'm just arrogant. I know I'm good.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, but they say, oh, he's funny, but I don't like him. Fine, that's one less Christmas card. Oh, I'm sorry, email seeing. So.
And you went to law school.
Yeah. Had a lot of education. It's just like a waste of time. No, everybody shouldn't go to school. And I graduated in the bottom third. And you know what you call somebody who graduates in the bottom third of their class? Michael Jackson's doctor. The bottom third. The bottom third, man. The bottom third. These are the people that you see on television. Call now. Call now. One call ain't all. We don't get paid. You don't get paid. We don't get paid. That's some bullshit. I'm getting paid. You give me my money off the top. Sorry, it's just an ongoing lesson.
When you went to law school, did you practice at all?
No, I got the degree. Why would I practice? That's just a degree. Like a thermometer. It's up and down. I have a master's. I have 2 bachelors. I mean, school was easy. Work was hard. Because in the words of my boy Rodney Winfield, he resume, work take all day long.
Oh.
I got a job. I'm looking for one. God rest his soul. Rodney.
You mentioned Bernie Mac. Never met Bernie Mac, but I know I own everything he's ever done. And he was the only star that passed away that I actually cried.
I cried twice for stars. One was Luther, because I was a kid. I love him. And I enjoyed working with him. I enjoyed him firing me. He fired me several times. Because he's perfectionist and just man. And Michael Jackson. I don't know why I cried with Michael Jackson, because I just feel like we let him down. Because I'm probably the most sardonic, pessimistic person on the planet. He was inappropriate, but he ain't never touched a kid. Didn't nobody say, oh, Michael Jackson, he was down there playing with my booty. No, nobody ever said that. They said it was inappropriate. And we all been inappropriate. Just ask them 2 Chinese girls.
I want to be 2 Chinese girls.
None of your business. Check yourself.
You
Yeah, but I also stopped you too.
You sure did.
Because I brought it up. Just say, you opened the window, I just closed it.
You sure did.
And locked it. Next question.
I'm going to ask you about the 2 Chinese girls ever again.
I know this. My wife might see this. I can't afford another divorce.
Okay. Right here.
I mean, she's very laissez-faire. And because what I hear now is when I see younger comics, especially comics of color, yeah, man, I can be mainstream. What are you talking about? Mainstream is the terminology of I can perform in front of white folks, and that's mainstream. Like, no, brother, you gotta be funny to everybody, because when I started I couldn't work a lot of white clubs because on the premise that I'm black, I'm going to be blue. So therefore, it's a non-starter. But I had to be funny with everybody. I was on the road with Dennis Miller. I was on the road with Dennis. We almost died in a car accident going from St. Louis to Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, we were on an ice storm. Say bad. You know, it's people like him and Bill Maher who I developed a disdain for, but we cool again. And Drew Carey and I were forever. Oh my God, I was with Drew and he got fired. People don't think he was funny. And to some people he's not. But Drew was incredible. He's been a good friend all these years to this day, ride or die. You know, unlike a lot of comics of color who just, you know, because Hollywood's such a crab mentality that they won't bring you in for fear that you might take something from them, which is possible. You know, they said they want a Wesley Snipes type. That means they don't want to pay Wesley Snipes money. But he in jail right now getting raped, so really no big deal on that. Blade that.
Blade that.
So that's a I'm a cancer. You know, and I hate doing that. I'm a cancer survivor. I hate that because I hate people when they whine. I'm not walking. I'm not wearing pink. I'm not wearing pink. I'm not going to walk on nothing. You know, they said, listen, I want you to walk in this marathon. Well, is that going to cure? Why don't y'all rattle some fucking test tubes and get a cure over here? You know, bring down the cost of chemo for people who can't afford it. But, you know, I don't have a soapbox. Because one, they don't make soapboxes anymore. And two, you got one thing to do. And the Cosby said this, Mr. Cosby said that he's a very mean man. He was just very mean to me. And it kind of set me off. But he said, are you funny? I said, well, he said, boy, are you funny? Central West End years ago. And he said, is you funny? Thank you. And I said, yeah. He said, well, then just be funny. And I saw later on, some years later, saw him in Vegas, and he grabbed me by the clothes. You don't touch my clothes. I'm sorry. I pay too much money for my clothes. And I press them myself because I bring my own iron. That's the thing I want to get into. I'm going to talk to Dr. Phil about that. But the point being is that he grabbed me by my clothes, and I said, hey, man, listen. He said, what? I'm your elder. I said, man, F about you being my elder. You grab my suit again, you going to be a victim. Damn about that. And he's a QAnon Kappa. I can give a rat's ass less about that. Shit, it's personal. And I went over. I wasn't brought over by national chapter. I actually played. So.
You went through the lie.
You think? Twice. Shit, I earned mine. Didn't nobody in some whatever. Let me start. No, I don't get me started on that. Michael Jordan, Shaq, Pledge. They didn't come talk to me. But I'm sorry. Till the day I die. All right, sorry. Yep. I'm gonna go eventually, but I gotta take a lot longer to get up. I'm old.
You look good though.
Lie to an old man. We appreciate that.
You do. You smell good too.
This cologne costs a lot of money. Yeah, $400 a bottle. And you don't use much of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have that cologne for the next 9 years. I'm gonna break the bottle open and just rub the bottle open. So, you know. You shouldn't smell bad. You shouldn't look bad. I mean, I got nothing else to do. I work at night for about an hour a night. Shit.
Having fun.
Plenty of time. And Young and the Restless come on a different time. Come on 4 o'clock here. That's nap time. I usually take a nap around 4 o'clock. I appreciate it. You know, this has been a jacked up year. God is good. And he's able. And you can't kill bad grass. You can just cut it. That's why they got Roundup. Just to keep it alive.
How long ago did you have this surgery?
The last one was 26th of August. 8 weeks ago. That was my last one. It's a process. Because, you know, they said cancer, and I just, without thinking, and I had such a sense of calm. They said cancer. The first thing I said was, I'm a Capricorn. I can't have no cancer. Float on. No. I love all the beautiful women that work.
You taking it back now. I know that beauty. That's good. Wow. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
No, don't say it's an honor, because, you know, there's people who are honorable.
Beep.
In bars. I was in Vegas last week. It's possibly the most putrid place on the planet. But I headline on the Strip. I ain't got no problem with that. But it's horrible. It's where CMT meets BET meets WWF, all these initials, and it just WORK don't work. It just don't work. It's Vegas, and Vegas sucks. But it's my job. It's my job.
Well, you laughing is therapeutic.
No, laughing is my job.
Laughter is, I mean, and you bring laughter to a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's my job. Don't you hate going to work sometimes?
Yeah.
Don't you get sick of your job sometimes? Except I could tell somebody to go kiss my
Beep.
It's not the post office.
Oh my goodness. Ryan, this is going to be too much for me.
Like me or hate me, love me, or just leave me alone.
Where you performing at tonight?
We got a charity event upstairs that I come in for, and according to my family, I probably shouldn't be here because physically wise, I'm not where I should be because I'm just one of the people that get up and move. And right now, my movement is labored, and I had a colon. They removed my entire colon already. They took my cancer.
Beep.
And I had this guy I was performing. Where was I? I was performing in Dallas. And the guy came and said, man, I've been seeing you for years. You're a whole lot less arrogant than you used to be. I said, well, duh, because when they turn the asshole
Beep.
off, they also turn it off. So there's a whole lot less me. There's no reason to be arrogant. I shit in a bag now. What you want?
Oh.
No, it is what it is. I have no shame in my game. I'm ashamed of nothing. I'm ashamed of nothing. And I'm blessed to have the support that I have because, and thank God I have insurance. I got a little bit of money. There's a whole bunch of people that don't have anything. And somebody said, why don't you start a charity for them? Well, no, because that means I got to get paid for the charity. And you really don't want my prices. So it's just, you got to be very vigilant and prayerful that those people can take care of themselves. And especially black men. If you're bleeding out
Beep.
there's something wrong. Something wrong. You can't take an Advil, man.
Get a check.
Girl, go in there and get me one of them stamp. Remember, if you're from the South, you're too young for that, the cameraman. Stand back in BC powders. I thought it was cocaine.
I see it in a little paper.
Boy, well, I said, there's too much cut on this. I think I'm hemorrhaging. I ain't bothering you.
Get a little BC powders, yo.
Yeah, my mother used to take that stuff back. Don't inhale. I jumped there, chopped it up. Cocaine used to be so much fun.
Really?
I had a ball.
Really?
But everything gets on my nerves. I get on my nerves. I get on my nerves.
I do be. I get on my nerves.
Oh my God! When I was recovering, I used to tell me to shut up. Shut up! I didn't speak to me for like 2 days. I gotta pee. So what? Everybody gotta pee. I don't give a damn much. You gotta pee. I'm in pain. So what? Everybody in pain. I didn't even have the Bluetooth in. I was actually talking. And what I do now, because I talk to myself, I put the Bluetooth in, and I talk to myself out loud. So I just put the Bluetooth in and just start talking to myself.
Yeah,
so no problem.
And nobody.
I'll be in the store. People go like, oh, he on the phone. No, I'm talking to myself. So what you need to do is get all these crazy ass homeless people, and I'm not saying crazy ass because I'm like, well, some people a paycheck away from being out. Excuse me, I'm like 2 paychecks away from being homeless. But get them all Bluetooth so they think they're talking to somebody. Because I will talk to myself. I have ideas, I'll just vocalize it. Then I have a Bluetooth in. What's wrong with him? If you see me talking, sometimes I ain't on the phone. If that thing ain't flashing, I'm not on the phone. Talking to myself. Any questions?
Okay. No. I mean, do you? Ryan, you never talk to yourself?
If you don't talk to yourself, you're crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
And they said, well, as long as you don't answer yourself, you already answered yourself and you're talking to yourself. Man, what's wrong with me? I don't know. You think and you just verbalize it. Last week, I was in the small room, Andrew Dice Clippers in the big room. And some of these people came down, and I'm doing my thing, and I've known Andrew for a long time, since days in Philly. And we were talking, and some guy comes up and starts pushing me out the way. God, I want to see the Dice Man. I was like, hold on, Pimp. Hold on. Pimp, listen. Before I go all the way South St. Louis on your monkey ass, you need to back up. Let me tell you something. I said, I don't fight because I'm scared. I'm an assassin. I will wait till you're at home. No. I'll burn your house down. I will sit up and do recon. I will sit in front of your house 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months. I got plenty of time. I'm like a terrorist. I got plenty of time. You up there, you done forgot all about me. And one day you're going to go into work and I'm going to hit your ass with a brick with a 2x4. 9-inch nails. I ain't talking about the band. I'm talking about 9-inch nails. And you're going to hear that thunk, thunk. You're going to say, what was that? Thunk, thunk. That mean that nail gun I just nailed to your house. I'm about to set you on fire. Step on my Gucci loafers again. Beep. I ain't playing that shit. Beep. I ain't bad. I'm scary. The worst thing was have somebody afraid.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, Lord, I have mercy. I start throwing stuff around, flailing. Next thing you know, your nose bleeding, I can cut you. I'm scared. scary. I'm scary as a damn deer.
That's what I mean. You don't mess with scared people.
Let somebody come here right now. Shit, I'm gone. Y'all had it. Act crazy on the plane. I had a guy act crazy on the plane. I punched him dead in the throat. I didn't realize I did it. Man, sit down, man. Sit down. I ain't playing. Sit down. Man, you made me nervous.
Yeah.
I've hit you.
Your fault. Your fault. You got hit in the throat.
I took that flotation and I tried to smother you.
Beep.
All right, so think about my son. My son got married 4 years ago. I detest her. She's from another country. There's no latent prejudice there because he's dated every nationality on the planet. He was an undergrad, and Tony, you know my son well. When he was an undergrad at Northwestern outside Chicago, he actually dated one of the women that was the heir to the Walgreens drugstore fortune and broke up with her. Because she snored. I said, you motherfucker. Woosah. Now, instead, he falls in love with a woman from Nigeria, and I don't know shit about Nigeria, except I keep getting these emails. I just inherited $26 million. Bitches, my credit card, I'm out of here. It's a Yahtzee. And well, we won't belabor that because you're not laughing. Another lesson, guys, if they're not laughing,
Beep.
I've been at this for a long time. This is just probably the most precarious week, Kathy, that we've been friends for over 20 years. We met, Kathleen and I, we met at Montreal, no, it was Cancun Jazz Festival. I was performing there, 1991. And that's when and right after that, I found out I had Crohn's disease. And I was performing me and Tommy Davidson when, it was back from crack tour. And we've been friends for a long time. I love you, baby girl. I love you more. And we never fucked her because she wouldn't drink. And well, I tried to give her a roofie. And but I had just been diagnosed with Crohn's, and it got to make Mary feel better, worse and worse over the process of 20 years. That June 13th, I was diagnosed with colon cancer, and my last surgery was 2.5 months ago, and it was just so. And before I go into this diatribe, the lawyer in me has to do a disclaimer. I am not belittling the memory of anybody who lost somebody to cancer. I lost my mom to cervical cancer. I am not belittling the memory of anybody in here. This is just my journey, and I get high. And I don't like pink. So, pink is what for breast cancer. I have anal cancer. Guess what the color is? Brown. All right. You can't even see my. All right. So, I was calling my surgeon because over the last 2 years I've had like 14 procedures, and I was calling. It was June 13th. I called my doctor, Dr. Sean Mayfield, my surgeon in New Orleans. I was calling because I was trying to refill that Vicodin prescription because the holidays were coming up, and my family was coming in. I don't want to be sober for that shit. So, hallelujah. And I'll speak in tongues. Shamalama ding dong. So. But the crazy thing about this is, I called him, and you expect, we're so television oriented. I've written for television. We're so oriented about the dramatics of it because, they found out through the biopsy of my last procedure that it was cancer, and expecting him to be like, Ron, I want you to come. Like on Young and Restless, Ron, can I speak to you? Dun, dun, dun. I'm on the fucking phone. Beep. He says, oh yeah, I refilled the prescription. Oh yeah, something else. You got cancer. And me just that quick, I said, that's impossible. I'm a Capricorn. Slow down. All right, so if you're old enough to get that, God bless you. If you're young, beep. All right, so, and my name is Ralph. All right, so. I'm Libra. But and I was taken aback, and what amazed me is because I thought I'd freak out. And you will amaze yourself in situations that you cannot have any control over. I said, what do we do now? Yeah, right. What do we do now? I mean, I got cancer. Fuck it. What do we do? Do we fish or cut bait? It's just that. And so I found out that illness, there are 3 different realms of illness. The first one is realization. I said, what type of cancer is it? He said, anal cancer. I said, can we call it something else? I got friends, and they're not going to understand that word. He said rectal. I said, rectal thermometer. That's good. We can call it that. And this is what I do. And it's not Othello, it's not some grand scheme, this is what I do. And someone said to me the other night, they said, Ron, you used to be a lot more arrogant on stage. I said, when they cut your off, they turn it off. And I'm as friendly as a Disney character. I ain't gonna kill nothing, I ain't gonna let nothing die, but you got to go. Just In the words of James Brown, make it do what it do.
Hello world, welcome back to the Benita Show, where we're showcasing some of the awesome comics that came out of St. Louis. Tonight we have Rahn Ramey, who performed at the Funny Bone here in St. Louis, and he also plays bass. So we're gonna jam with him at the Backstreet Jazz and Blues Club located here in the Westport Plaza.
Hey Bob, could you order me a couple of drinks? I'll pay for it. 2 select 55s.
In a special way.
Say you should do it within 30 seconds of seeing your target or you lose your nerve. Hey there! Hey there! Hey there! Sorry to bother you, I was just curious. Did you happen to see what just happened outside? Listen, you gotta put yourself out there. You're never gonna get any. Just another frustrated chump. Chicks are gonna dig a guy that's just a little bit of a jerk. You know, say something slightly disparaging and they're there for the takes. You want me to tell you what you're thinking right now?
Actually, I'm waiting for my boyfriend.
Wrong! You want a shot of something.
No.
It's about love. Nice, yeah, that looks really good.
I don't know, I think it looks terrible. But that could just be me. I'm just not that into romantic comedies.
Yeah, rom-com. Pretty lame.
Yeah, totally.
Same dumb story every time.
Benita.